What exactly is your addiction to?
I like to smoke pot. I like to take Norco, and I don't really like to drink, but I like the effect.
Okay.
She likes to drink. She loves to drink. She loves to smoke pot. She loves anything that's inhibiting.
Susan, how long have you been addicted to alcohol and drugs?
Well, the very first time I ever stopped was '96, so it's been ongoing since then.
Well, you've had what period of sobriety? We know you've had some periods,
I've had
right?
several different, 5.5 years was the longest,
Right.
2 3-year periods, a year period, and then a few 30 days, 60 days, 90 days.
Susan, what's it like for you to hear your daughter describe their childhood?
It's the truth.
Okay.
We lived it together. I have pretty much always been open. I mean, there's no point in lying, so it's much easier for me to tell the truth.
Can I say that I commend you for that?
Thank
that
you.
You're not saying that they're lying.
No.
That, you know, that you at least admit that they are telling the truth. Because, you know, sometimes people, when they may not recall, you know, things that went on, you know, they like to say, oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember. That didn't happen. So, I mean, that's a good first step. It really is.
Yeah, yeah.
But it could be a long step. And that's the problem. Because it's easier after a while just to say, yeah, I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm getting high. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. And I think that's where she's at, right, girls? It's like, yeah, so what are you going to do about it?
Did things take a turn when your brother passed away?
Yeah,
Tell us what happened with that situation.
That's another thing is I almost lost my mom right after I lost my brother. She didn't want to live anymore. He overdosed. My last memory of him was on Christmas Eve, and what was sad is they were using together. They were taking pills together. I knew she was using again. I told my sister, we confronted her. She looked me in my eye and she said, "You're not my daughter anymore."
Oh, wow.
And then I said, "Mom, like, I'm willing, I'm here to repair our relationship. Like, I love you. You need help." Right. And she looked me in my eye and she said, "I lost my daughter a long time ago." Sorry.
So, Susan, you were grieving, clearly, the very tragic death of your son, but you're rejecting to your daughters when they were trying to have a better relationship with you amidst this tragedy, which is when families come together. What was your reasoning behind that?
I don't know. There is no reasoning. I don't have reasoning. I simply tried to live, and I had no desire to.
Were you high when you said that to your daughter?
More, yes.
We heard there was a incident at the graveyard with your mom. Could you tell us about that?
She got really drunk at one of my brother's memorials, I think, or high, I'm not quite sure. I remember, so did my Aunt Paula. They got really drunk. They were all getting drunk, and I remember I took my aunt's kids home, and I get a call later, and my ex-boyfriend's friend was like, "Hey, your mom's here. She's passed out drunk." Like,
At the graveyard?
No, she was at their house, and she was passed out drunk. She spent the night there, and she jokes about it today, but I know she is embarrassed.
She jokes about it?
She does. She said, "I don't even remember that night. I was blacked out. I think I remember waking up and eating a burrito and then falling back asleep, and that was it." I didn't get to finish describing that incident earlier when we confronted her, but I left really sad. My sister was comforting me. We get back. Me and my sister are sitting in the car, and we hear a gunshot go off. And my mom's...
And we saw the light.
We saw the light flash, and my sister just started crying. And that's like really resembling our childhood, is the way she coped. Is she's very... Sorry, sis. She's fragile, even though I cried just now, but I'm more of like the strong one. And I was like, I've got to call the police. My mom just killed herself. I was like, she just shot herself.
She wouldn't let me go inside.
Wouldn't let her go see. I was like, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. She was crying hysterically. The cop, when I called the police, didn't even hear. And I was like, my mom just killed herself. And they're like, don't go in the house. And then my sister was like yelling, "Mom, Mom!" And then all of a sudden she walks out like, "What's going on?" Like, just like,
no, I finally opened the door, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs, "Mom, Mom!" You know, just trying to get a response so that I could be relieved.
Yeah.
But finally, I couldn't take it no more. I used my house key, and I got into her house, and I go back, and she's just like sitting on the patio like nothing happened. And she's like, "What?" Like slow, like, what's going on?